Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Ladies and gentlemen, I named this video, This Is Everything, because it is. And I'm going to explain to you here in a second, or a minute, why I named this video, This Is Everything. You see, a lot of people think that YouTube content creators are only doing it for the money. And it's not a secret. Creators make money off of YouTube once they've become monetized. And I make money off of YouTube. All right? Everyone knows this. It's not a secret. However, it's not why I do it. It's not why I started doing it. Since I started making money on YouTube, I've tried to use that money responsibly. Not only for trying to make my life and my family's life better and better prepared, but to also help others. However, that is not the point. I want to share with you a couple of emails and a letter that I received. I'm also going to be doing a unboxing of a package that I received in the mail. Well, not unboxing, more like a mail call. I already have it here next to me. But I want to share this with you because this is what it's all about. It's about community reaching and teaching and doing it over again. Reach one, teach one, repeat. It's about helping others to strive to be better prepared in their lives and also for the future, for whatever that future may bring. You all know how I feel about preparedness. We have to be able to take care of ourselves in order to retain our sovereignty so that we don't have to ask someone else for something and then have to bend to their will in order for us to survive. Why not keep your sovereignty and your free will for yourselves instead of having to relinquish it to someone else because you were not prepared? I received an email, this email right here, and I'm going to be, whiting out the parts that seem personal to that person as to not divulge who the person is, so that you can see how important it is to reach out to people that may have never been reached had creators not taken the time to make content and to put it out on YouTube. This email says, I love your payday prep ideas because we are on a very tight budget and slow and steady does win the race. This couple has 2 girls in college and the girls are also working at the same time to help pay for their tuition because they've decided not to borrow any money. And that I applaud. But the most exciting part of this email is what comes next. And in all honesty, it brought a tear to my eye when I read this because it's what it's all about. This, ladies and gentlemen, is everything. And this is what this email says. It says, you should be proud. My 3rd grade class became preppers this past year. So obviously this person is a teacher. I had started watching your videos enough time before Hurricane Laura to get well prepared. I used that as a teaching moment for my class. We started a backup pantry in our classroom with the students always adding stuff that they didn't eat from breakfast or lunch. Things that are packaged, for a long term, not necessarily long term, but, midterm. Just in case we ever got stuck at school due to flooding, tornadoes, or any kind of bad weather. We never had bad weather at school, but many times students forgot their lunch or were just hungry. At the end of the day, they knew that they had a place to go to get food. So they had their own little prepper pantry in her classroom. They kept it well organized and rotated. I shared this with the teacher next door to me and they started doing the same thing also. Right before we had the bad ice storm this winter, they made a list of everything they were going to remind their parents to get. it was great because when we finally came back to school, they all shared their preparedness stories. And the last sentence of this email, ladies and gentlemen, says it all. See, you never know how many people your channel has helped, even indirectly. And it's all about reaching and teaching and sharing our experiences with one another so that we can become better. It's not about what side of the political aisle you're on. It's not about your religion. It's not about who you decide to love. It's not about any of that. It's about cooperating with each other so that we can be better. And in my opinion, the better prepared that you are, the better that you are. Because you will be able to remain yourself during a crisis instead of bending to the will of others. Now I have a letter here from someone that sent me a care package. And I wanted to share, first of all, the care package. It came all the way from Hawaii. So thank you very much. I hope you're watching this and that you see this. And this person sent me such, I wish I can share it with you all, but I won't because it's pictures. But this person sent me a small postcard with pictures of her and her 2 children, and they're beautiful. And they sent me a whole bunch of goodies. Now, I can't really eat any of this now, but I've decided that every time I take a break from nutrient survival, or every time that I reach a milestone, let's say, that I'm going to have one of these little snacks, you know, as a reward. And my wife loves some of the things that you sent. So one of the things that she sent was about 5 or so small bags of these chips. And my wife loves this brand, right? She loves this brand. So thank you very much for these. I like them too a lot. Unfortunately, I like them too much. She also sent me some coffee from Hawaii. She sent me a few cans or a few containers of macadamia nuts from Hawaii. And I already know the kind that my wife is going to grab when she gets home. She's going to grab the chocolate covered kind. And she sent me a few Hawaiian treats. And what I'm most excited about, because I love this, she sent me something I've never seen before. And it's guava jelly. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, I will definitely be trying here once I'm done with my 1-month nutrient survival. This looks delicious. So thank you so much for sending me that. I truly do appreciate the time, the effort, and the cost that you put into sending me this package. But what I appreciate most is the letter. And I'm going to read part of this letter. And it says here, thank you for all that you do to help others. I have been watching your YouTube videos for over a year and have been fortunate to learn many things from you and your community. I went from being a non-prepper to owning a harvest freeze dryer, a ham radio, and a dehumidifier in order to collect water from the air. That is a whole lot of prepping in a little over a year. I wanted to show my appreciation and gratitude for keeping the hope and American spirit alive. Thank you very much for that. And let me share with you the last one that I want to share with you here, because I think it's great. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to look at these things. We need to remind each other of how important community is. Look, it's not because of me. It's because of our community. You are my voice. You allow me to do what I do. So I'm reading these to you so that you can be proud of yourselves for what we've accomplished together. And here's the last one, ladies and gentlemen. Now, whenever you hear the word you referring to me, I want you to substitute that word with our community. right? Because that's what it's all about. And this is from California. I wanted to write to you to let you know that I started watching you when the health crisis hit back in March of last year. Because of you, I have prepared from then on. Learned dry canning from you. Also how to do long-term storage into 5-gallon buckets with Mylar bags. I have stocked enough food and supplies for my husband and I and our 2 kitties for 2 years. So I wanted to say thank you for educating me in the importance of prepping, and I will continue to do so. I've also passed your information to my friends and told them about you. So you already know that you've reached one more person and a couple more of my friends. And thank you very much for reaching and teaching, because that is what it's all about. That's what I wanted to share with you today, ladies and gentlemen. How important community is, and how thankful I am of our community members. And I'll say it again because it's true. I thank you for allowing me to have a voice. I thank you for all of your support. And I especially thank you, those of you that always join in on our live streams, because they're so much fun. I always love interacting with those of you who join in on our live streams the couple of times a week that we do so. Now listen, I went over all of the questions that I missed during the live stream that we had on Monday with the Nutrient Survival CEO. I have compiled all of those questions. I have sent about a half a dozen or so to Becky, my representative over at Nutrient Survival, so that they can give me good answers that I can forward on to you. I'll be doing a video about that and probably posting it tomorrow. And hopefully I'll be able to answer all of those questions that I missed during the live stream. And again, congratulations to the 2 winners. Very excited for you all that you're going to be able to, one of them is going to be able to do a 2-week trial with Nutrient Survival Food to find out how good it really is, that I'm not just here telling you that it's good when it's not. And ladies and gentlemen, I would never do that to you. I would never tell you, you should try this just so that I can make $1, because to me that's disgusting. I would never guide you the wrong way. And if I ever do, it's purely unintentional. If I ever tell you that something is good when it's not, it's purely unintentional that I didn't know. But I would always do my best to give you the best information that I can give you with what I have to work with. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you very much for trusting me. I know that a lot of you take my word when I say that something is good and it's not. Now, you will see me do reviews now and then for things that are maybe not really prepping related. But the reason I do them, ladies and gentlemen, is so that the community can get something. Like, for example, I think I have a review coming up of an air fryer, a new one that came out that's supposed to be, the latest and greatest, right? Well, the only reason that I would do that is I don't need one. I already own one that I reviewed like 1.5 years ago, and it's still working great. But one of the reasons I do this is to introduce you all to new products that may make your life a little easier, that maybe is not necessarily prepping related, but that will make your life a little bit easier. And in addition to that, I always demand that the company give me extra units so that I can give away to the community. Because that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. It's about us taking care of each other and looking out for each other's best interest. So having said that, I hope this video wasn't too boring for you, but I truly wanted to get that out there to you, show you my appreciation and show you how we are making a difference. We make a difference. So we'll leave it at that, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again. I hope you have a great day. And remember that this Friday we will have our regular live stream at 2 p.m. Alaska time, 6 p.m. Eastern time. All right? Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. I'm Alaska Prepper. I'm out.